Alrighty. Let's see. See who comes back in. See if anybody comes back in. Hello, hello. Let me know how the live is doing now. Is the screen good? How is the reception? How's the Wi-Fi? Oh, shoot. Yeah, sure, Trinity. One moment. Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Okay, thank you. Thank you for correcting me. All right. I want to see how the reception is doing. Can you let me know how this reception is, Sarah, please? Or anybody else? Let me know how the reception is on your end. But it's good now? Okay, cool. All right. So let me check up here. Hold on. All right. Hi, Denise. All right. How is everybody's reception? Sarah says it's good. I did see that, Denise. I would like to do a live with people that wanted to learn how to do that, because then I would have to learn how to do the subscriber only, but I could do something like that. And do like a subscriber only live, and we could learn how to do the things. I could give everybody like a list of what to do and how to do it, because it's a simple list, but sometimes you can get caught up in the things, and I could even bring people on live to help do it, or to help demonstrate how to do it. And yeah. Hi, Michelle. I don't do pregnancy predictions or anything like that. It's just not my jam, my dear. I would encourage you to find someone that does, because that's not my jam. Oh, yeah, for sure. What if people don't want to commit to subscription, but pay via, yeah, totally. We could do like a group rate. If anybody else would be interested in learning how to do shadow work, and having like a group rate, let me know, or raise your hand, or express that. And if not, Denise, I can even write up a thing, or even direct you. I'm gonna post the blog thing sometime soon. It's in my blog. It's in my blog thing. I can even just give you. Actually, you know what? I think when you sign up for my newsletter, you get the PDF that gives it's shadow work. So if you wanna like subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get that. You'll get the PDF, and if you don't want to stay subscribed, you can unsubscribe. Bye, Al. But yeah. Hi, Dixie. Thank you. Oh, Sarah said she would like to too. Yeah, I remember that's where I do have the thing. I do have a whole PDF there that I prepared. And if you want to subscribe to get it and then unsubscribe, that's totally fine. But there's like follow along directions there that are pretty concise, I would say. Let's see. Eliana, I can really, when I'm operating in integrity, I can only tap into someone else when Spirit allows me to. Okay? I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to do the things, and you know what I mean, without someone's permission. That's a little sketch for me. I can tap into you, and from there might be able to, but if I'm making the conscious choice to just tap into him or his energy without his permission, that is out of integrity for me. So normally wouldn't be able to. Okay. Hi, Monica. How are you? I do have Native American. It's like a little tiny portion, but I do have Native. A whole lot of Mexican, and there's some Native in there as well. Oh, hi, Sarah. I do offer mediumship, but it's a paid service, my dear. So you can let me know if you would like that or not. I don't, the reason that I used to offer that for free, but I don't do that anymore because it takes a lot of energy to do that. And I need some kind of energy exchange in order to feel like that's equal. Okay, so since I'm back on here, you're welcome, Sarah. I didn't realize that there were people here now. I was just talking to a couple of people here. So, hello, my name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. I am a healer, a channel, a light linguist, a medium, a Reiki master, catalyst for transformation. I'm basically a bridge, okay? So I do a lot of different things. I don't just do readings. I'm not just a reader. I do a lot of different things. So I am offering free and paid readings. My free readings are as follows. You leave a comment with your name and a question. The more specific the question, the more specific the answer. Keep in mind, these are very short readings. If you want a more in-depth, very, very detailed reading, I would invite you to book with me. Oh, look at the little doggy's butt. How cute. I like it. You can also ask for general love, health, career, etc. The only thing I do not do is pregnancy or fertility. Okay? I don't do those. Or you can ask for a one-card pool. I do also do paid readings. Those are donations of $20 minimum. All the links in my profile are there. And then you gotta let me know in the comments if you do pay. And all of my paid readings are honored first. Okay? I did see actually someone that stuck out to me. And so the way that the free readings work is that I just allow spirit and my own intuition to kind of guide me. Ooh, excuse me, to whoever needs to be read. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, there's a lot of energy coming in. I can do a collective card. Hold on one second. Oh, that is fucking awesome. I like that. It's like one of my cats just came over here and was like, hi. Monica, I was feeling you, my dear. Are you still here? You were asking if you were going to ever get out of that toxic relationship. Monica, okay, you are there. So I'm just going to tap into your energy or connect to your energy. Okay, the answer, I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? Why do you feel like you can't get out of it? It feels like there is a because the way you worded it, it feels like there is that this particular relationship feels like it's calling you into your power and to own your power. Why do you feel like you can't get out of it? Why do you feel like you can't get out of it? Then maybe you leave, or maybe okay. So let me just tap in to see. Okay. So there is okay. There is an issue with engagement. You keep engaging, and I get that. I get that when people when someone is being resistant, non-compliant to leave, really what it's time to do is focus on your own energy. Do I want to share this? Okay, I can. Okay, I once dated a sociopath, and he was the type to kind of like keep latching on. And I was like, once I realized that he was a sociopath, and he was not the person that I thought he was, I was like, nope, done. He did come back a little bit. The best thing about it was that he lived in a completely different state, so that also helped. However, it's more about your energy. There's a part of you, I would focus on looking, discovering the part of you that's still creating this relationship, or that's still active in this relationship, and that's still creating those same dynamics that you want to get away from. I do a lot of this type of work, and when you work on yourself, all of these external stuff, it shifts like that. It's just about coming back here. Okay. So that's one thing that I would invite you to do, because that's going to be the quickest, easiest way, even though it does take some time. It might take some time to process. This relationship does feel like it's calling you into your power. It's calling you to embrace your power and own your power, and know that I'm trying to find the words. To know that even when there is this external reality that you may want to get away from, there's something there, because this person's a mirror. Everybody is a mirror. We're all a mirror for each other. Okay? So if you just look at him, look at this person like a mirror, what is that mirror wanting to show you, wanting to reflect back to you so that you can own? And he seems to be a very strong, in-your-face mirror to get you to realize. I feel like it's very strongly connected to your power. And also there's a wounded part of you that's playing out these dynamics. Okay? And without going into like further detailed stuff, I would invite you to do some shadow work and find the piece of you that's still playing out these relationships and attracting this dynamic, because that part of you actually wants to be seen. Okay? All righty. Yeah, but you're giving your power away. You're giving your power away. He's a narcissist. That's fine. You know, my mom was like, she had narcissistic tendencies. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, stop giving your power away to them. They can be whoever the fuck they want to be, because they're God expressing themselves however they want to express themselves. He can be a narcissist all he wants and could definitely make it difficult, but he's there to show you how you keep giving your power away. You know what I mean? And we can give our power away in a lot of different, like, subtle ways and overt ways. It feels like there's some subtleties that maybe it would be beneficial to catch on to. Like, oh, I can't do anything because he's a narcissist. You're giving your power away. You gotta take your power back, girl. You gotta take your power back. And I don't mean that to sound harsh. I say that with as much love, with all the love in the world. But I get it, because I had extremely disempowering dynamics growing up, and I still go back into power stuff. It could be a core wound for you as well. Hi Roxy, how are you, my dear? Ooh, this is an interesting one. Hold on, let's see. You're welcome, Monica. I do hope that helps. It does feel like power, so I would invite you to really become aware of all of the different ways you have given your power away, or you were taught to give your power away, or you even inherited. We get these patterns from all kinds of different places. Janet, are you still here, my dear? Janet asked, do I have an evil spirit in my house? Or is it my 5-year-old grandson? Okay, you're here. Thanks, Iowa Bear. Okay, Janet, let me. So I'm just listening. Okay, I don't know where you live. However, when I tune into the house, it doesn't feel necessarily evil. It feels like there may be some spirits at unrest. I don't know what part, like where you live or whatever. It does feel like, I don't know if is a cemetery nearby, or there was a cemetery where you are now, once upon a time, because, like history and stuff. It does feel like there's some spirits. I don't get that there's necessarily evil. It's all perspective. I wouldn't put it in those terms. It feels like there's some unrest. I would say what used to be human souls bound. It feels like bound to the earth where you are. If you know any of the history, you might want to look into the history, but it feels like there might be some activity going on in the house. I wouldn't say evil. I would say that they're very, very unrest. Okay? And that's probably why there is the things happening that are happening. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out of that. Ooh. But yeah, that's what I feel, my dear. It doesn't feel evil. It just feels like, oh, you sent a donation. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, Rose. Thank you, my dear. Let me. What is your question, Rose? It was nice to have you here, Heather. You're welcome, Janet. I hope that helps. You might want to look into someone to pass those spirits on, unless you know how to do it yourself. But it feels like there's just some unrest. Oh, hi. Is it Lorena? I do not do pregnancy predictions or readings or fertility stuff at all. So it's just not my bag. But I want to let you know. Oh, that is you, Rose. I was like, wait, where's Rose at? Sarah, is your name Sarah Serra? Is that's crazy. Okay. All right, Rose. You said, let me scroll back really quick. Okay, I just want to make sure that that was you. Okay, Rose, you say, did Roberto feel love towards me too? I pushed him away. Yeah, it feels like a mistake. Okay. All right. Let's do your question. And Sarah. Que Sarah. No, I don't know. All right. So I will get to you, Sarah, after I get to Rose. Okay, so let's do Rose. I'm going to fill into your question, okay? So I'm going to connect to you. And you're asking, did Roberto feel love? Okay. All right, so let me fill into this connection. I'm just going to listen here for a minute. Okay. All right. So similar to kind of what I was doing a reading just a little bit ago, and the lady had a band of energy around her that kind of pushed people away. This feels a little similar to that. It doesn't quite feel like a band of energy. I actually see fire around you. And fire, there's a creative force of all elements, and there's a destructive side of all elements. This feels a little bit more destructive. Okay? It feels like consuming is the word that I get. It feels like consuming. burning everything up in ash, which can also actually in the long run be a good thing because that ash can turn soil fertile. Okay. But it feels like you have, let's see, where is this coming from? I don't know if this is coming from anger. I would maybe associate this fire, how it feels to me. It's almost like passion that turns into anger. Okay. And I don't know how you pushed him away or what feelings or like emotion, what emotion it was where you pushed this person away. I don't know if you were feeling angry. A lot of times when we feel angry and hurt, or a lot of times when we feel angry, it's because we're feeling hurt underneath. Anger is a cover emotion. And sometimes, oh, okay. It feels like anger is actually what's pushing, is like the pushing. It's like that element of pushing away. Um, and not really allowing yourself to feel the hurt underneath or maybe validate or become present with the hurt that's actually there. It feels like this eruption of fire that happens, pushing away without acknowledging the hurt that's actually underneath all of it, which then goes back to childhood. Everything will typically go back to childhood. Um, I'm going to get to your question in a minute. But this is what I'm feeling called to like talk about because it's helping to bring into conscious awareness some things. Okay, that's just what I'm hearing. I don't know that it actually is, but that's what I'm hearing. Ale ia aha asako uhi isa shanata ahiasa aha asa sa 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 sa. Okay, so first thing, I would strongly, strongly advise and encourage and invite you to do the shadow work around this aspect of you that's very, very hurt. It feels like your inner child. Very, very hurt around relationships. Experienced a very, I'm hearing core trauma, core wound around relationships. Because this wounded inner child part of you feels very, very reluctant to have people in their life that say they love her and they don't want to be walked out on again. They don't want to be hurt again. They don't want to feel that much of heartbreak, that heartache again. Very, 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 very adverse, very reluctant, very resistant to having someone that says they love you in their life because love, this feels like a belief, love is pain. Love always leads to pain, some kind of pain. It feels like a belief that's happening there. And so it's being recreated. Okay? So it feels like there's some deep stuff there. A core wound that created a core belief that's running or that has been running up until now unconsciously that had you push Roberto out, and you're asking, did he love you? So I'm going to tune into that energy now. I actually get I get a little bit of blindsidedness, feeling like blindsided by how seemingly easy or perceivably easy from his subjective perception of you that it was to just push him away. I do get that there was love there. Yes, he was dealing with his own stuff, and he's a reflection. He might also be a reflection of, I don't know if this is father energy. It feels more father energy. It feels more masculine, but that could also come from mother as well, but it feels like masculine energy. So I do feel like there was some, yeah, I do feel like there is heartbreak there on his part. Um, More than anything, it feels like feeling, what's another word for blindsided? Feeling like, holy shit, that came out of nowhere. It feels like that to him. Or when I tune into his energy, that's how I kind of feel. Um, that's that's also reflecting to him. You were a reflection of old wounds as well. So it feels like not quite a karmic connection or anything like that, but very, very deep um, wounds for both of you. It does feel like it can be reconciled. However, I would, if that's a way that you want to go, you get to say. Um, However, if you do want to go that route, I would advise or strongly invite you to heal, to begin to become aware of that wound first. And after you've done some work in that area, maybe reaching out, contacting, and expressing um, authentically how maybe what you were dealing with, etc. It depends. It starts to get fuzzy for me because there feels like it breaks off into several different timelines. So it gets really fuzzy for me there. So I won't go into that. um, but it does feel like, yeah, he did. There was some love that he was feeling strongly. Um, yeah, that's interesting. I don't want to say too much on his part because he's not present. Um, but it does feel like there was love there that felt maybe cut off prematurely. I'll say that. Um, it does feel like there is a timeline there that it can be mended, it can be reconciled. But I would strongly recommend healing first. Okay, healing those very, very deep core wounds first. Um, Let me kind of tap in and see if is there anything else. No, I don't get anything else. Um, and you're an Aries. Yeah, Aries tends to go head first. I'm just gonna make a decision, and then they think about it. So yeah, we can be really, really. What's the word? I don't know what the word is. Yeah. When I get angry, when I'm hurt, I realize it transmutes that way. So I would really strongly recommend really diving into the root cause of that. He was healing from his ex, so I loved him and held him when he cried about his ex. Deep wounds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some deep stuff there on both ends. Because it's almost like oh, again, this happened on his end. It's like, oh, I just went through something and then now it's happening again. Like it feels like really kind of blindsiding to me. I do mediumship readings, Sarah. Those are 33, my dear. Hi, Linda. I don't know if you're still here, but hello, hello. You're welcome, Rose. Impulsive. Yes, you're right. That is. Okay, you get to go bye-bye now. We all get to have our own beliefs and stuff, and if that's your belief, that's great. But don't come in, please don't come into my space and spout all kinds of negativity when it's so weird. So weird to me. Okay, so Sarah, my dear, are you here? So, oh, hi, Alyssa. I was going to call you Melissa, sorry. So I'm actually doing free and paid readings, but my paid readings is what I'm doing right now. 20 for readings, and then 33 for energy work and or mediumship. And I always honor my paid readings first. So let me know. Yeah, re 76. People, unfortunately, when people are in that state of mind, they're only perceiving their reality. They're not actually open to, most people. I won't say everybody, but most people that want to come on someone else's live and spout negativity, who probably wouldn't do that in real life, which is weird to me. But typically people like that aren't actually open to having a conversation. And they just want to, there's a lot of what's actually underneath that is control and thinking or believing that everybody else needs to be the same, needs to be, believe exactly what they do. Otherwise, you know, it's about safety a lot of times. Oh, you're going to send an extra 13 for mediumship? Do you, my dear? Let me know. Thank you, Alyssa, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Sent. Sewent. All right, let me check in here. I believe you. I'm gonna. All right. Actually, let me check on my computer. And in the meantime, where's my water? Oh, it's over here. All right. So Sarah, let me clue you in on how mediumship works, or how it works through me. So how it works is that there's two portions essentially to my mediumship work. It doesn't quite look like Tyler Henry or John Edwards. It works a little differently for me. So first off, whoever is coming in for you, the first part of that, the first portion is we're identifying who that person, or sometimes there's multiples that come through that want to make themselves known to you. And once we identify that person or persons, the second part of that is that they will typically have some kind of healing message for you, or they will typically have some kind of, sometimes they want me to transmit energy, or do some kind of like healing. That's kind of how it works. So there's two parts to that. We're identifying who it is that's coming through, and the second part is healing messages and or energies that are coming through for you. Okay. All right. Let me check really quick and get another drink of water. You're welcome. And Christian, I'm not sure. Is it Christian? Hold on, wait. Christian. Yeah, Christian. Christian. I'm not sure if you're asking for mediumship, but mediumship is a paid service. Okay, I got it. I always forget to talk about the PayPal thing. I'll let it go because I forgot. Alyssa, you Venmo'd me. All right. Okay. All right. So, Alyssa, which one did you want? It says on your thing, it says mediumship and energy work. But which one did you want? This is, I don't know if this is the right way to say it. But it's 33 for energy work, 33 for mediumship. You don't necessarily get both, but sometimes with mediumship, you do get energy work. But which one would you like me to focus on more? Mediumship? Okay. No, I think that's my bad for not saying it the way, more clearly. Okay. All right. So Sarah is up now, and then I have Alyssa. So Sarah, you said mediumship. Okay, so let me tune into your energy and then see who's coming through. I actually feel like it's going to be someone on my left side. Okay, Sarah. Okay, there you are. I got you. Very open, very open, very open. Okay, very open, very receptive. First of all, thank you. I'd like to thank you for the exchange. I really appreciate you honoring the exchange here today. And honoring my time and energy. Okay. As I tune into your energy, yes, I have someone to my left. Left typically will indicate a female presence for me. So this feels very female. One moment, because the information that I'm getting in is like kind of going back and forth. Okay. I'm getting more of a sister vibe. So I don't know if this is an actual sister or someone you considered a sister. It's like a very sister-like vibe. When I was tuning in initially, it felt like it was actually switching back and forth from mother to sister, mother to sister, mother to sister. I'm like, wait, hold on. which one? Or is it both? So this would be either a mother vibe or a sister vibe. It feels more sisterly to me. So did you have a sister that passed, or do you know, does someone come to mind that was like a sister? Sometimes this comes in. Okay, well, let me see. Sometimes it's how the energy comes in. I'm gonna ask this. Was your granny like, was she kind of like a sister? Did she have that, like, because this is the vibe that I get. Okay. Very, can you describe that? Open to talking about anything and everything, like you would like a sister. Did you relate Did you relate to your granny like a sister? Like, obviously, she's your granny, but did you relate, like, your connection? Was it like a sister? Was it like a sisterly vibe? She was your person. Okay. I'm telling you, she's coming in really young. So I don't know how old she was when she passed, but she's coming in very, very young. Very young. Um, very young, also very wise. Okay. Like able to have those talks to you, very, very open to having whatever conversation you needed to have, or whatever you needed to know in order, not in order, just talking about whatever, kind of like you would a sister, but very much also holding the, um, the wise woman vibe as well. Okay. And I have like an all body chills right now. So it does feel like this is your person. Um, why did I say that? That's interesting. This is the person that's coming in for you. Okay. Let me just kind of see if there's anything else here. She's very persistent or insistent. Like, no, let's just get on with it because she knows it's me. Um, she was 95 or so, maybe not. Um, um, okay, okay, bye bye. Um, it's not that she was, it's not that it's a young person coming through. She's just coming in with this very youthful energy. Okay, does that make sense? Vivacious is the word that I would this vivacious is the word that I'm getting. Very, very vivacious, very youthful. Um, did you guys talk about a lot of different things? Because I feel like I need to mention that. Talk about all of the different things about life, about whatever you might wanted to know, what we're curious of. Having like a lot of talks. That's what I feel like. There's a lot of communication going back and forth. Young at heart. Yeah, totally describes her. We always talked. Okay, this is your person that's coming through. Okay, she's coming through as very strong matriarch of your family. She's showing me, she's indicating in that she's coming through as a matriarch in the physical realm as well as in spirit. Okay. I also see behind her quite a long line of mostly women. There are some men in there too that might have held more feminine energy, but she's showing me this long line of women. Okay? So she's typically, what this means to me is that she's acknowledging the bloodline. She's acknowledging your ancestry, and she's acknowledging your ancestors, all of the people that came before you and before her. Okay, so it's a way to acknowledge and give honor and give reverence to your bloodline. Okay. I actually see a lot of white hair, almost like, um, almost like Nordic, very Nordic, like super blonde hair. I don't know if this is actually what they look like, but this is the representation that they're showing me. Like super, super, super blonde hair. Like really long. I don't know if I would say blue eyes, but I don't think it's necessarily blue eyes, but I'm seeing like, I don't know if this is necessarily your grandma, but she's showing me someone with very, very, very long, like super, super, super white blonde hair. I'm not even sure what color that would be. Um, and I think this is more like a representation of of the bloodline, or of, what do you, one second, one moment. A lot of times I'm figuring out what the symbology of what they're showing me means as well. It feels like a representation of, it's almost like a white witch. Like she has super, super blonde hair, very, really, really long, like kind of looks Nordic. I don't know about the blue eyes. I don't really see that. I want to say they're blue, but I don't think it's necessarily blue. Just like kind of like a Nordic look. And it feels like it's mostly representative of the white witches that are in your bloodline. Okay. I feel like that's why she's giving me this symbol. Is it a symbol? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Just leave it. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Um, she always she always said I was 90% Scottish and was very proud. How funny. um, there's a lot of magic in Scottish blood as well. It's very, and I don't think Scots are necessarily blonde, are they? I don't know. I mean, because we mix and match a lot. Um, but it feels like I don't know if you know, I don't know if this is accurate, but it feels like some of your ancestry, even if it's energetic, comes from like Nordic. I keep hearing that Nordic vibe. I keep hearing the word Nordic in my head, like it's like in the forefront of my brain. Okay. But she wants to acknowledge the white witches that are in your line. Okay. And she wants to, with that, she's basically wanting to include you in that. And you have the, oof. It's, how do I say this? This is something that naturally runs through your bloodline. Okay. A lot of witches have this in their bloodline. You have this in your bloodline, and you are the next to carry this in, because you're in the bloodline. So she's wanting to acknowledge that and indicate, so she's highlighting you of like, you are the next one. Now, obviously this gets to be your choice, but she's basically saying that there is a very natural tendency for you. I'm hearing precognition. So you have certain gifts or abilities like precognition. There's an affinity for working with plants, the mineral kingdom, also animals. So very nature oriented. Learning about herbs, learning about flowers and all of their medicinal, magical properties. This feels like it flows naturally, and a lot of this wisdom is actually very natural for you. It's just a matter of if you, let me ask you, actually, I'm hearing to ask you, have you tapped into this? Is this something that resonates? Have you tapped into this before, or is this kind of news to you? Or is this news to you? She loved her plants. Hi, Linda. What I hear her saying is that you're the next in line, and it gets to be your choice. But this is something that you have a very natural gift and ability to tap into. I'm very spiritual, but I've never delved into that. Okay. This must be why. I feel like this is why she's bringing this forward. Because she keeps... Have you ever seen the depictions of, like, is it the Virgin Mary? That she has that, like, bright light all around her? That's what your granny is doing to you. She's highlighting you like that. Like, ah. And she's indicating the magic is in your blood. The magic is in you. And it gets to be your choice. Okay? But she says, I keep getting you have a very natural ability to delve into this world. Okay. And I'm hearing to add, just because you have a natural ability to be in this world, doesn't mean, it also means you take with you the responsibility, or you take the accountability to learn all of the different aspects of it. So maybe like discernment, protection, you're learning all of it. Okay. It's not just, it gets to be very magical, all the things, but with magic, you have to learn discernment, you have to learn intention, you have to learn basic fundamental things. Okay. So, okay. All right. So so basically this, connection today is an invitation for you to step into that finally. If you're ready. It also gets to be your choice, right? So you get to be the authority, because you are the authority of your own life. But she's basically essentially highlighting you and inviting you to own the magic that's in your blood. Okay? And to learn. You don't have to learn it all in one night. But when you are ready, emphasis on when you are ready, she is going to be there as a guide for you, as you delve into that. Okay? When you are ready, and if you are ever ready, she's going to be your guide. Interesting. She's showing me this blonde person again. That blonde Nordic, super long hair. I'm trying to figure out who this person is. I think I don't know if it's the spirit of your blood or if it's the spirit of the magic, but she's also indicating that that would be another guide for you that you would learn from, that would be guiding you from those spiritual realms. So it would be your granny and this other magical being that I can't quite place, being your main guides. Okay. Okay, so the next part of this is they have an activation for you if you are ready. Um, are you willing to delve into this now? There's no pressure. If you are willing to delve into this now and begin to open up those natural abilities, they're already there, but it's almost like an activation. They have an activation for you. But this gets to be your choice. So if you're not ready, I would encourage you to not take it if you're ready. If you're not ready, are you ready? You are. Okay. All right. So, Sarah, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and feel into your body. Okay? And just keep your awareness on your body. Listen to me, but feel your body most. Okay? They're going to bring in through some sound codes to help activate that part of your DNA. So just feel into your body and feel into the different sensations, the different movements of energy, vibrations, whatever, but feel into your body, okay? And take some deep breaths while feeling into your body. Iyasa. Iaasa. Iaasa. Ikiawa. Iaasa. Iaasa. Ikiaasa. Ikiaasa. Iasa. Uiasanata. Iasa anasa akaawa anata. Yanata aka uia iasa ata. Ukuye iasanata. Ileaha uia hasa awa anata. Yanaha naka nasa adu huuase shiata. Take a deep breath. And let that energy circulate, continuing to feel all of the different sensations and energy moving in your body. And during this next part, I want you to picture or envision or just know your DNA. Okay, so you can picture it if you're a visionary person or a vision person. Or you can just bring that into your mind and know that it's there. But in any case, I just want you to focus on your DNA, okay? Eshikia la huasashianata. Aka ya hasanata walahayata maasakia wa anata ayata. Hua ale ia asaka iawa. Hia ia. Ekiwa asanata. Kiala anatu ua yasa. Take a deep breath. Ishiwa. Ikiawa anata aka awala ataka awa anataka yasa. Alahanata aka uaha anaka. Isikia asa nata awuya ya. Kinininia atad aliawa. Inaun uye. Uye iya saka. Hawa. Just continuing to take those deep breaths. Ishia nata uale ha second and uya nata ta. Ishikuya nana eleoya nata kato uya ti hia sakanata eleata la tato uaha ta. Ishikuya he nata ta asa shata mia aloye hasikia. A ia moia hea se shikia yala. Moia sikia nataha sekata uasa ta. Yala ma ue hea. Ya ala iwa. La mawia anatu mahaya nata ianata ta ua maya. Kianata. Iaha la kamata uasikiata nata ku ule asenata shu. Iki ia ahasana te ku ule ia maba ta maha ata makato uya ia. Okay. So I want you to just continue to breathe, Sarah. Listen to my voice. Continue to breathe. And in your own timing, come back to your body. If you floated outside of your body, come back to your body. Come back to the space that you're in. Okay? There's energy that's going to continue to run. Okay? Since you said yes to this energy, it's going to be running approximately 24-ish hours. So the next about day or so, it's going to be kind of running and active in your field. Okay? So with this, drink a lot of water to help circulate this energy, because water is a conductor of energy. So drink as much water as you can to help circulate this energy and to support your DNA in activating further. Okay? Or to support your DNA in all of its processes is what I'm hearing instead. The next part of this is, as much as you can, if you are able to, as much as you are able to, try to limit the interactions on social media as well as in person for the next about 24 hours, as much as you can. So if you have a job, I get it, do what you can, but it feels like do what you can to limit your interaction so as to allow this process to really unfold and allow yourself to be in your own energy. Okay? Other than that, lots of water. Coming back, you can open your eyes whenever you're ready if you already haven't. The last little parting message I get is from Granny, is that she's saying thank you. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being receptive. And thank you for passing down, being receptive to it's like the passing down of the magic. Although I hear crown in my head. So the passing down of the crown, the passing down of the magic. Just thank you for being open and receptive to accepting it at this time. She will be there to help you and guide you. So if you have any questions, ask her or ask this other magical guide for their assistance. And then you just got to be open and receptive, and they're going to help to guide you in that journey. Okay. The other part of it that I get is that she's going to be sending you butterflies. If she doesn't already, I get butterflies, sending you butterflies, sending you butterflies, sending you butterflies. That's all I hear. So I don't quite know how she means that, but I hear sending you butterflies. Okay. And now she's stepping out. She's stepping out of my field. I'm going to thank her. And in your own time, Sarah, you can share what you felt, what you experienced, however much or a little as you want from that little activation, which wasn't really little at all, but you can share as much or as little. And yeah, I don't get much. I don't get much else. So that's the indication, my indication that the reading is over. At the same time, I will thank you for your donation. I will thank you for your, allowing me to read for you. I really do appreciate it. I do see it as a sacred service. So thank you. Feel free to share whenever you are ready. Okay, so Alyssa, I got you. Are you ready, my dear? Are you still here? That was like a refreshing source of light throughout my body. Wow. Yeah, I could feel it in my body because I use my body to transmit, and I could feel it. I was like, whoa, this is like all over my body. Okay, Alyssa's here. All right. And Alyssa, you wanted mediumship, right? All right, so let's do that. If anybody else is here that would like to pay for a reading or energy work or mediumship, that's my donation exchange. It's 20 for readings, 33 for energy work and mediumship. Since I'm just in the paid readings right now. Otherwise, you can stick around for a free reading. And then the paid readings are, all the links are in my profile. And then if you do donate, let me know in the comments, okay? Sarah says, thank you so much. That was beautiful. And I've always been curious about magic. Yeah, It feels a bit like an um, initiatic codification and transmission that was coming through, as well as like really, really activating your DNA. So I'm glad that you got what you got out of it. All right. Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I get that it's a form of form of respect. Just please don't call me that. You can call me Angelica. All right, Alyssa. So Alyssa, you asked for mediumship. Okay, so I'm just going to tune into your energy and see who wants to come through. And again, the first part of it is identifying who wants to come through for you or who is coming through for you. And then the second part of that will be whatever message or healing, etc., that they want to bring for you. Okay? Okay, there you are, Alyssa. All right. I feel like I'm actually being taken to my right side, which is masculine energy. So this feels more like a masculine presence. Therefore, would probably have identified as a male, as a man in his life. This feels okay. Hold on. Why are you saying this? I feel fatherly energy. I'm also getting Peter Pan. I feel like this person is saying Peter Pan to me. I don't know why. Is this something that would make sense to you? Is that something that would make sense to you? And do you have either a father or a male that has passed that would have been kind of like a father-like energy? Oh, hi, Ellie. I see you, Ellie. I'm just checking. Waiting for Alyssa. You don't know? Okay. That's totally okay. All right. So let me tune back into the energy. I have you written down, Ellie. Okay. So I will get to you after we get through Alyssa's reading. So okay, why are you saying this? Okay. He comes through like a father. Okay. All right. Is this grandfather? Is this He's very insistent as coming through as a father. So I guess he would see, it feels like he sees himself as a father figure in your life. Okay. So this might be an older male from childhood, teen, even into adult. Just an older male. Are you connected? Let me listen for a moment. He definitely comes through like this father figure. Not a father, but father figure. Okay. So was there someone in your life that's crossed over that is a male that you might have seen as magical or perhaps was spiritual, because he keeps saying Peter Pan to me, and I'm trying to place why he's saying Peter Pan at me. So this could indicate someone who is magical or spiritual, or I don't know a third word. My grandfather, both of them have passed. Haven't met them though. Okay. I do have a sibling that was aborted. Okay. All right. Okay, but you didn't meet them. All right. I don't know if it's could be a grandfather. Let's see. Let's keep going and see what else is there. Okay. Oh, okay. Alyssa, if I know you said you haven't met your grandfathers, or yeah, but have you seen pictures of them? Because I'm getting big square glasses, bushy eyebrows, shorter hair. I get gray hair. Shorter gray hair, bigger bushy eyebrows, bigger square glasses. Actually, that was a couple of different. That was a couple of different questions. And while I'm waiting for your response, I'm going to check over here. Sometimes it takes a minute. Rose, you sent another question? I mean, you sent another donation? Okay, I got you. I got you down. Bushy eyebrows takes me to my father's side. Okay. I definitely do feel like I'm on father's side. I'm just trying to discern who this person is so you have a clearer picture of who's coming through. I don't know why he keeps saying Peter Pan to me, though. It's Peter Pan, Peter Pan. All right. Okay, so let me tune back in. We're going to find it fit. Okay. All right. It does. Is your father still here in physical? I asked this so that I can place him, so I can feel the difference between him and this person that's coming through. I specifically remember watching Peter Pan. Okay, yes, okay, so your father's still here. Let me tune into your father. Okay, all right, I would put him on this side. Okay. This feels like father's father. Okay. This feels like father's father. Again, I get bushy eyebrows. I get bigger glasses. I don't know if he wore these all the time, but I get bigger, like the square, big square glasses. Almost like with the line through them, like that it would have like the bifocal. That's kind of what I see. I don't know if he was around, like he would watch you watch Peter Pan, or if he was around when you would watch Peter Pan, but he's bringing in, he keeps telling me Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan. So this could be a lot of different things. So I would actually encourage you to maybe watch Peter Pan, the version of Peter Pan that you watched, that comes to your mind. I would watch that. It feels like there's actually either synchronicities or messages in there that will trigger and activate certain things. So there's that. Okay, this feels like father's father coming in, because I'm feeling your dad. He's definitely here on this side. And I feel he's just above. So this feels like either, oh, please don't confuse me. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I don't even know the words that I'm looking for. It's either father's father or father's grandfather. Okay? But bushy eyebrows, same bushy eyebrows. Same bushy eyebrows, and I would get good big glasses that are square with like the bifocal line in them. Okay? So whichever person that is, that's who it is. It's either grandfather or great grandfather to you. Okay? Uh, do um, do you, Alyssa? I would like to place this person more specifically. Do you know what either of your not grandfathers, do you know what your grandfather on your dad's side or your great grandfather on your dad's side looked like? Do you know what either of them look like? Did either one of them have glasses? It feels like I'm tuning into the one that has glasses. Hello, hello. Hi, Venus. I do not do pregnancy readings. It's been a bit. I've seen a couple of pictures. Do you know if either of them have glasses? Like big, it would be thicker glasses on that side. It's either your grandfather or your great grandfather on your dad's side. I kind of would like to pinpoint who this person is so you know. But that could be my ego. But I want you to have a clear vision. You know what I mean? I want you to have a clear knowing of who these people are. Hi, my dear. I'm doing paid readings right now, so when I get done with those, I might if I have problems, then, or not problems, if I have space for that, I will come back to you. I think my grandfather maybe. Okay. So it's the one that has the glasses. Okay. He's coming through for you. So we're going to pinpoint him. It's whoever has the glasses and the bushy eyebrows and the shorter gray hair. And this would have been what he looked like when he passed. Okay? That feels more how he looked when he passed. So this is the person that's coming through. So the second portion is bringing through the message. And so I'm just going to listen for a bit to see what he has to say. All right. The first message is Peter Pan. Is again watching that version, that same version that you used to watch. Watching that, seeing what it invokes in you. There's thunder rumbling my window right now. Seeing what that invokes in you, what resonates, what does it bring up in you? Does it activate your inner child? Does it activate magic? What kind of, does it activate wonder and awe? You know, kind of just paying attention to what activates in your system while you watch it, okay? Or what is the big main message that you take from watching it? So that's his first message. It's like Peter Pan. Peter Pan at the forefront, okay? So that's your first that's your first homework assignment. getting a little bit deeper than that, he's coming through as the patriarch on the other side. And the message specifically feels like it deals with more of the masculine energy within your lineage, as it pertains to your dad's side. So there's a sense that he's actually helping on the other side to help heal. There's a sense of like him healing through his healing that he's doing on his side. That also translating into healing in your own bloodline on your father's side. Okay, that patriarchal line. And we're talking about old deep wounds. He's talking about control. Control is the main message, or the main word, the main theme that I'm hearing is control. He's helping to, by him healing, he's helping to release certain ideas of control in your bloodline. Okay? And that also translates to you. This is why it's coming to you, is because that also translates to you and your own masculine energy, because we all have masculine, feminine energy, right? Electric and magnetic. Electric being masculine, magnetic being feminine. So he's helping to like reignite the divine spark of that masculine energy. Okay, divine masculine, not the patriarchal, wounded, toxic expressions of male energy and masculine energy that has dominated our world. But divine, we're talking about divine masculine energy, okay? So he wants you to know that he's helping to shift things on his side. And so because this translates to you too, your dad might be feeling a lot of different shifts as well. I don't know if he's gone through some recent shifts, or he's released some certain ideas, but it feels like he's being affected as well. These certain ideas that may have been fixed before are starting to maybe break free and wobble a little bit, and it feels like breaking. I don't really know how to say it or to really translate it, but it's like this hard, almost this hard concrete that's now being able to like break free and free of those ideas that were rooted in fear. Okay. This is another of the main messages he has for you. The third message okay, as it pertains to ideas of control and how this pertains to you. By him healing his stuff on his side, it's affecting your dad, it's affecting you, and it's actually also helping you to release certain ideas of control. And I know that I said this in the previous message, but it's more like honing, it's more specifically geared to you and your ideas of control, and it's more like releasing releasing ideas that you need to control everything, because those ideas, he's taking, I wouldn't say responsibility, but he's more like indicating that a lot of that energy comes from your dad's side, and the old ideas that were given to that side of your family, that side of your bloodline, he's indicating that a lot of that energy comes from that side. Some of it does come on the, on the mother side, from that male masculine lineage as well. But I feel like most of it, or a big portion of it, is coming from male masculine energy on dad's side. Okay. And so he's kind of coming in with this this message of release your ideas of control, that you need to control every aspect of your life and all of the things. And he's also indicating that this, it's like understanding that there is, what you're wanting to actually do is create safety, create stability. And there's also stability in instability. So he's actually helping you to transcend very rigid ideas of what it is to create safety, because that's what that masculine energy does. Is masculine energy creates safety. It's a form of stability. It creates safety, so that feminine energy can like flow and do her thing. But we've been programmed and indoctrinated in a lot of very rigid ideas of what stability looks like, and very like tunnel vision when it comes to those types of ideas. So he is wanting to give you the gift and the understanding that it's time to release these ideas of control, and time to release old, outdated ideas of what it means to create safety and to create stability. Okay? There's other ways to do it. There's other ways to do it. Is what, from his vantage point in spirit, he understands. Okay? And he's been working on and been healing, so that he can also extend that to you and bring that message to you. Okay? And as you heal yourself, you also help to heal your lineage on both sides. Okay? Let me just ask one more thing. Okay, there are some oh, excuse me. There are some sound codes. Yep. There are some sound codes that want to come through. Alyssa, are you receptive? Do you wish to receive these today? Hi, Denise. Sure. She says sure. I can give them to your higher self. You don't have to take them. In any case, okay, you said sure. We'll just go with that, okay? So just relax and feel your body. this is really just to, it feels like the transmission is really to just help support the release and the uprootment of old ideas of control, and creating stability and safety. And it feels like it might actually be more unconscious. So it just feels like it's going to start to bring those things to your conscious mind. Okay. So that it feels like that. Okay, let me make sure that, okay, sure. All right. Just feel into your body. Ha maleuhia ha se I hianata o e hele a asaki ianata a iako ule ya ma asa ikiana la hai maha sa ikiu le ha ina ayasa kiaya bo ule ya anata iki a asa. Take a deep breath. It's time to let these ideas go. They are no longer serving you. There are higher ways to express while maintaining levels of or feelings of stability and safety. Taking another deep breath. And just letting that circulate in your system. Letting that circulate throughout all of your beingness, physical and non-physical. Letting that circulate. And then just trusting that it will serve you for your highest and best good, intending also that it's going to serve you for your highest and best good, okay, as you go forward on your journey. Grandfather says, thank you again. He's expressing his gratitude for being receptive, being open. Okay. He says, please continue to be, he says basically continue to remain open. Okay. Remain open to the shifts, how life, how your ancestors, how your guides are giving you clues all the time to move and new ways to do this, because they are there. He says they're hinting at you. Almost in a whisper right now. It's not necessarily loud. It gets really, really loud when we're not listening. So he's like, they're still whispering at this point, but it's time to get really quiet and start to listen, get beyond or underneath the frequency of thoughts. So really quieting the mind down, right? A little bit each day is going to really help with this, so that you can begin to perceive and open your awareness and your perceptibility to be able to understand and see how you're being guided to move, and the new ways that are wanting to come to you, the new ideas, the new inspirations that are coming to you in order to create safety, stability, and to release these old ideas of control and to integrate these new ways, because it's going to help in a much more uh, easeful transition as the collective continues to move forward and all of the chaos ensues. Okay, so that you can remain balanced in your peace, in your knowingness, and in the present moment. Okay. Again, he says thank you, and he's stepping out of he's stepping out of my field. So that's my indication that the reading is over. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Alyssa says, I was resistant at first to be receiving because that control has ruled the way my father has treated me and how I have treated myself. Yes, exactly. So there's your grandfather is on the other side helping like support the movement and the releasing of all of that energy and all of those old ideas, because they're from an old paradigm. I always say that something spicy is always going on in my life. That's not always necessarily a bad thing. Thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you for appreciating me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the honor of reading for you. Hi, Anna or Anna. Right now I'm doing paid readings. I do offer free and paid, but right now I'm doing paid readings. So if you would like to donate for a paid reading, it's here, I'll show you. It's 20 for readings and 33 for energy work and mediumship. Okay. Otherwise, you can stick around for when I'm actually free to do free readings. Or catch me on another live when I'm, just kind of doing free readings. Okay. Ellie, my dear, are you here? No, no problems. No problems, Anna. Catch me Friday. I should be here Friday, depending on my own alignment, but I should be here Friday. Ellie, there's Ellie. So I wanted to check. Come on. I wanted to check. Okay, that was Alyssa. I just got Alyssa. And then, okay, and then Rose. And then I have Rose. Okay. All right. Let's log in here. Ellie, was it you that donated through PayPal? Okay, so Ellie, what did you want? Did you want just a reading, or did you want to do energy work or mediumship? Alyssa says, thank you. I really resonate with quieting my mind to go below the thoughts. Yeah. This spirit doesn't yell, Sometimes spirit has got to get like really, really, loud. But in my experience, you don't want to allow, you want to be more receptive than that, because when spirit gets loud, then sometimes that can mean like a tsunami is coming, like, hey girl, we told you, but now guess what? So spirit will typically whisper, it's very soft and it's very subtle. And so you got to be able to quiet the mind and get below the frequency of thoughts in order to like hear those messages come in much clearer. And the more we do that, we access our intuition, we can strengthen our abilities, etc. Oh, so you wanted to do mediumship too? All right. Let me know. And Rose, you said you just had another question, right? Let's see. Where do I have to go? Um. Do, 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 do. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that the correct way. I always forget when people donate through PayPal to let them know to hit the friends and family button or that little box or whatever. I see you, Ellie. Because if not, if you hit the, what is it, the paying for goods and services, then it takes it out on my end. So if you do hit that box or whatever, that's great. But you'd have to send a little more. So thank you for doing that correctly. Yeah, exactly. Because then they tax me, and it's like, that, what the fuck? It's not fair. Exactly. You get it. All right. So Ellie, you wanted mediumship. All right. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. Okay. And yeah, just a question. So let me feel into this first. Okay. They're saying just to keep it like it is. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Ellie. So I'm going to tune into your energy. Let me find you first. Come on. sometimes I gotta coax people. Come on. All right, there you are. Okay. Sometimes some people get a little shy, I guess. So people hide sometimes, and you were kind of hiding. All right. All right. So I'm gonna connect to you and see who wants to come through for you. I feel a presence on my right side, so this would indicate a male who's crossed over. This feels more like a brother energy. Either a brother or a brotherly energy, like a friend who might have been a brother. Um, this is the person that is coming through. This feels like darker hair. I want to say brown, but like maybe a darker brown hair color, shorter hair, maybe not quite a bowl cut, but I almost see like shorter hair here, almost like maybe swept to the side. Um, Glasses sometimes, because I see him sometimes. I see him with glasses, and I don't see him with glasses, so I'm not sure what that means. Uh, so far, my dear, do you know anybody who would fit this description? Oops, let's see. Let me scroll down. Oh, I need some water. The only I can think of was an ex-boyfriend. Okay. What does that ex-boyfriend fit that description? Like wearing glasses, like doesn't always need glasses, but wore glasses, short brown hair, kind of, it feels like it sweeps to the side. And when it doesn't feel like it's back, but it feels like it's in front and it sweeps to the side. Does your ex match that description? Because I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out this stuff as well. He's true. Oh, he's the only one that has passed, but that was ages ago. Well, here's the thing. Time is really only a concept for Earth, like a structure, a tool that we use on Earth. Many, most places, most other places on other planes and dimensions of consciousness don't use time like we do. So it's really timeless. Um, so it doesn't really matter the time that's passed. So let's go a little bit deeper and see if this is who this is, okay? And see if there is anything else that wants to come through. I'm going to tune in back into his energy. Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know if this is a thing. It might not be. But one moment. Let me just listen a little bit deeper. Hmm. Okay. Sometimes I have to quiet myself. Okay. So this does feel like it was a love connection. Okay. Because I feel my heart. I feel the energy go to my heart. Like this was a love connection. So I would say that this is who this person is. Um, and I don't know why, but there is this reference to Molly. Now, I get that Molly can be MDMA. So I don't know if it's a reference to the substance Molly or if it's a nickname. Um, or if it's reference to a nickname that he used to call you. I don't know. So I'm going to leave that there. But I keep hearing Molly in my head. I don't know if this is somebody that you know or if somebody I really left I really have no idea. Left ear just started to ring. Okay. That's those are indicators that our bodies are indications and signs that our bodies give us. So there's something about Molly. I don't know if, again, I don't know if it's the substance or if it's a reference to a nickname or if it's reference to a person that was in his life or what. But I'm going to leave that there because I have no idea where to take that. Okay. I just hear Molly. I have no clue what that means or what that is associated with. Okay. But this is the person. We have, it feels like that's clicked into place. We have successfully indicated who's coming in for you. So this is this person. Okay. So I'm going to listen to see what the actual message is coming. Okay. This actually feels like, wow, Spirit. Okay. It feels like there is a deeper message around love because this was a love connection. It feels like he wants to bring you a message of healing around love. Okay? So I'm just gonna listen a bit. What I'm hearing is you don't always have to protect yourself. From the idea of love, or from the idea of getting into a relationship with the quote unquote wrong person. There's something about protecting yourself, from the concept of love, or the idea of love, or having like this, like, I don't want to show people who I really am, and like, kind of, there's an apprehensive part of you that was hurt by love, the idea of love, and associated love with that specific hurt. And so what I hear from this person, from your ex, is saying, stop protecting yourself from love. Love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't actually hurt. So there's this deeper message of expanding your idea around love and what love is, and perhaps releasing any limiting or fear-based beliefs around what love is. And that also might include trauma or traumatic experiences around love. Because he says it's time to open your heart. It's time to be receptive and open. That doesn't mean you don't have boundaries, self-respect, self-love, and it doesn't mean you don't honor yourself or maybe protect yourself in other ways. But it's from protecting yourself out of fear that he is wanting to bring illumination around. Okay. And I'm just listening. There's this sense of like, because you had a romantic connection, he understands you and he sees you from that vantage point. And from that vantage point, he can see where you are maybe blocking a deeper and expanded level of love. Okay? I feel like that's why he came in the way he did, is because he came as like a catalyst to catalyze you into transforming your ideas of love in order to expand your ideas of love so you can actually live from your heart more fully. Because it feels like presently you go from your heart, and then when things get a little bit maybe scary or things feel a little unstable, there you go back into your head. And then it feels like you close off your heart, and you close off the heart space because it's like, oh shit, that's not safe. Oh fuck, and then you got to go back into the head, and then you get wrapped up in the head, and you get wrapped up in the stories, you get wrapped up in the beliefs, and that kind of can spiral at times. So he wants to bring in his perspective, from the connection that you had in order to help you expand your idea of love and to live more fully from your heart space. Okay. That actually kind of makes me a little bit emotional. if I'm being honest, like I feel like tears wanting to well up. It does feel like he has some sound codes as well in order to help support you in this process, if that is something that you want. However, let me know, my dear Ellie, let me know if that's something that you're open to. Are you open to receiving this today? Whew. Let me take a drink of water because holy cow. Hi, Jess. I got you, my dear. Writing you down. So you said yes, Ellie? Okay. So just feel into your body, my dear. Feel into your body. And I want you to focus on your sacral, right? So I want you to focus in your womb area and just behind your belly button. Okay? I want you to focus, just like lightly rest your awareness on that space in your womb and right behind your belly button. Imele, im ia ala a uye ya. Uye umia ahas. Uya haya. Iki ua. Malay i haya na to uye. Asha ya haya maka ala uye ki ya. Ala ma aya awa ahasakia mata. So I just want you to take some deep breaths into your womb space, okay? And keep resting your awareness on your womb space, on your sacral. And let your belly go. So if you're holding in your belly and trying to tighten, your abs or your belly, I just want you to let that space kind of relax. And just let it all out. Let any tension from that space go and just let it relax fully, okay? And I just want you to release all of the energies that are no longer serving you. No longer serving your highest good. And are ready to go. Ukuye ama aya. Amaya a ama a ayala asa. And I just want you to take some deep breaths into the space, into your womb, releasing every energy and frequency that is no longer serving you, that you are ready to release. And that is of your highest benefit to release at this time. And I just want you to sit with that for a minute. Sit with any sensations in your womb space, any memories that are coming up. Hiyama. Ihala mayo uus. Yamahaya la amahasa. Feeling the sensations. Being open and receptive to the new energies that are expansive, that want to flow to you, to help you grow, to help you expand, and to help you release the old dense energies, the old density that is weighing you down. Yamahala yaboye ile yahas. So I want you to just kind of sit with any sensations. Okay, kind of sit with that. To me, when I was initially channeling, it felt like the root might go back all the way into when you were actually in the womb. So there might be a disconnect with the mother energy and feeling completely loved, completely supported, and feeling because of that lack of nourishment and that lack of support, having a very almost creating this belief or creating that fragmentation of like, oh, I'm not safe. Okay. And that is when we're, when we're really developing our sense of safety. Okay. This also actually might be something that was inherited. Okay. Because we can create things, we can have them projected onto us, and we can inherit traumas, wounds, beliefs. And this feels like it's partly inherited and created. Okay. So I just want you to like sit with that for a minute. And as you sit with that, just breathe into that. Come back to your body. So I'm going to go back in to connect with this person that came through for you and see if there's anything else that wants to come through, okay? This is what I'm hearing. It's like it's time to love yourself more and give yourself that love. This feels very, it feels very much like self-love, self-compassion, self-nurturance, and giving yourself that which you didn't initially receive, okay? Because he keeps highlighting the womb space. So this very well may have been from when you were in the womb, okay? The other part is that I just hear him say is that he considers it an honor to come through for you, given the connection that you had. From him, I perceive that it was a special connection from him or for him. So it considers it an honor to come through for you in order to give you the gift and the support during this time. He says it's basically referring to it as a very important gift to receive. Okay? Sending you so much love. He is there. Feel free to talk to him. Feel free to talk to him. He's there. Part of his consciousness is there. He's helping you. And again, it was an honor. Okay? And he's taking a step. He's stepping outside of my energy. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Ellie. Okay, so let me. Ellie says, I've been having issues conceiving. Wow, wondering because of past things. Oh, if you were being punished in the present, nail on the head. I'm bawling. Very powerful. Thank you. And to Eric. I have an ex named Eric too. That's so interesting that you say that. I'm so glad that it helped you. Let me turn this light off behind me. I'm so glad that helped you, because I was like, why am I being taken to the womb? It was so interesting. So I'm glad that helped you, Ellie. That's beautiful. I don't really have anything else to say other than it's my intention that serve you and support you in whatever way you needed. And it seems like it did. So maybe even consider sitting with your womb a little bit more past this live and seeing what comes up. Maybe just tuning in, seeing if there's anything shifting. But it feels like there was some things that were released. Because I felt some like heavy energies move that it's like taking my breath away while we were working on the womb space. So yes, very much we were connected by the soul. So thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for honoring me and allowing me to be part of your healing and your design. I appreciate you. And thank you for hanging out with me. You're so welcome. Rose, my dear, you're next. And then I have Jess. It's Jess. So let me look up here. Jess. Okay. Rose, you said you had another question. So Whenever you're ready, Rose, shoot. Oh, is True Fusion a job I was interviewed for today? A position that is well suited for me? Or should I be patient and keep looking? Okay, all right, cool. And in the meantime, Jess, will you let me know what you donated for? Okay, in the meantime, I will connect to Rose. You said, is this job that you interviewed for today? Okay. All right, so let me just check the alignment. Okay, Jess says medium. Everybody's doing mediumship today. Okay, got you down, Jess. So let me tune into Rose. So this is about alignment. Let me see. Let me tune into this job, this position. Where's the alignment? Okay. So as I read the alignment part of it to like your soul would be like dead center. This is like just a little off. It does feel though, as I read the energy in this moment, it feels like it's, what are the words? It feels like it's in enough alignment to support you, continue to support you in the journey that you're on into like this full alignment. So interesting. So if they do offer that job to you, it gets to be your decision, right? But it does feel like it is in enough alignment that you would still like it. It does feel like there's one or two components that you might not like too much, but that would be tolerable for the meantime. Okay? And okay, the other part of that, the add-on to that is in the meantime for you to keep looking for something else. So it's something that's in enough alignment that feels like, oh yeah, okay, I can do this, but it feels like there's a couple of components that's like, I don't know about this. Like, why would we do this? So it feels kind of like that, but it does feel like the alignment is about 95 to 97% the way there. Okay. So if this is 100%, this job feels like 95-ish. So it feels like it's in enough alignment. Okay. But it gets to be your choice. Okay. That's something I don't want to take away from people, because it's important that I encourage you in your own power to make that decision for yourself. But it does feel pretty fucking aligned. And it feels like something will naturally come in if you take this job. If they offer you the job, because I'm not looking into that, they offer you the job and then you take that, it feels like something else naturally comes in that's like, oh, I like this more. So timeline wise, there's quite a few streams of timelines, okay, that you can orient or choose in any moment. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question, my dear? Let me swipe these really quick. Alrighty, cool. Rose says that makes sense. It's a cleaning job at a gym. And they did mention, hey, you can be a trainer here. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like a. I wasn't sure if it was like a. It felt something having to do with health, because I don't know. I don't. I feel like I've heard that, but I don't know of True Fusion. But I was like, it feels like something around health. It feels like there's good vibes there all around, like generally speaking. Um, and it feels like those you're drawn to those vibes for a reason. Because right now is a really good time to like have that type of energy in our space, because there's a big, a very strong invitation to like get into shape, or to like move our bodies. The intention behind all of it is um, moving the energy in our bodies, because they're so intense, a lot of intense energy right now. So it feels like you're being called and pulled there, so that that is an influence in your life to help move more. Yeah. So I would say it's really aligned for right now, and it feels like it might move out of alignment as you move into greater clarity and greater alignment within your own self. Okay? But it feels really good for now. Um Makes sense, because I barely move and I'm just depressed a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stagnant energy in our bodies that need to move out, because trauma gets stuck in the body, right? And so it's really important right now that we move a lot more in order to, I mean, even just stretching. It's not like we have to go out and become a bodybuilder and do the things and be super intense or aggressive with it. It's more about moving more, walking, stretching, specifically stretching and moving in whatever way feels good and feels in alignment. And then allowing that to shift and change however it needs to, because our bodies are mutating and changing right now. You're welcome, Rose. Thank you for the donation. It's always a privilege, my dear. I hope that helps. It does feel like a really good job. Feels like a really good fit for you. Feels like a really positive influence in your life, to be honest. Okay. So, I'm curious to know if you get offered the position. Let me know. Thank you, Rose. Jess, my dear, you are the last one up on The Price is Right. Are you here, my dear? Jess wanted mediumship. Okay. All right, Jess. Woo. Okay, so I'm going to connect to your energy, my dear. And right away, I already feel some mud. Okay. Jess, my dear. I got you. This is interesting. There might possibly be two people. We'll see. Not sure. First person is on my left side. That will typically indicate a female. So we're looking at a female presence. This feels more, okay, this feels like more like a grandmother. Not quite mother, but more like a grandmother figure. I get actually short gray hair, almost framed to the face. Really kind. A very gentle energy about her. Her could also be very spicy at the same time. Like I feel like you wouldn't want to cross her. Like you probably don't want to cross her. if you cross her, you might be in for a world of hurt. But otherwise, she was very kind, very, I would say mannerly, like had a lot of manners, was taught manners. And so I'll stop there and ask you if this is someone, if this description resonates. Do you know who I'm speaking of? Do you know anyone who's crossed over that would match this description? Oh boy, it's a lot of energy coming through. So basically, the questions are: do you have a grandmother that's crossed? That would be like shorter gray hair. It feels like it's framed to my face. I don't get glasses. I get lighter eyes. Is this person someone that you know that matches, or do you know who this person is? Does this match anybody that you would know that's crossed over? Let me get this out of the way so that I'm not. Okay, there we go. Or an aunt. So do you have an aunt that would match that description then? This first part is part that sometimes it just like, it confounds me because I'm like, how do I translate or bring this information through? So would you have an aunt or an aunt that matches that description? I'm not sure at the moment. I have a lot of family on this side. Okay, all right. So you might want to look into it later, all right? Because sometimes spirit brings in messages that sometimes make more sense with more context. So I would look into it later. But this feels like a grandmother. It feels like more older female, like an elder female. Short gray hair. Again, it kind of frames the face or falls in the face somehow, because I kind of get like here and then maybe some like bang, kind of not quite bangs, but almost like as if I kind of went like this, but my hair was still up. It was kind of like, it's kind of on my forehead, but like it's gray leaning more towards white. So that's why I say it feels like an elder female. It feels like the elders are actually coming in for you. Okay. So I would encourage you to look into this beyond the live. So let me tune in to see if there's anything else, like any other descriptions or that wants to come through. Okay, it feels like there's a lot of female energy. Feels like there's a lot of female energy coming in for you. Different ages. I even want to go across the different feminine archetypes. So maiden, mother, and crone. Not, and that's not to say that your mother is on the other side. It's talking about that mother archetype. So it's like maiden, like a younger female energy, like a motherly type energy, and an elder type energy. It feels like it's across the board of this mother, maiden, crone type of. There's a lot of female energy coming through to you right now. Okay. Oh, shit. Holy cow. I can feel them in my heart. So if you would like to feel this energy, I would tune into your heart, because there's a lot of energy coming through the heart space right now. Okay? So because this seems to be a little bit different, and there is a whole slew of different energies coming through, this grandmother energy specifically is more at the forefront, and she is bringing all of this energy, ancestral energy. Holy cow. This feels like mother and father from both sides. Okay. She's at the forefront, so you might want to look her up to see if there is someone that matches this description, but this is who I get. She is connected to the family. Not glasses, but lighter eyes, gray / white hair, kind of more framing the face, shorter hair. This is this person that's coming through, okay? And because this is a little different, I'm feeling to do this a little bit differently. She wants to identify, so we're going to move on to the next part. But she wants to identify the female energy. Acknowledge. She wants to acknowledge the female energy. Okay. This feels like empowerment. This feels like ownership of the power that has been taken away, that has been given away, that has been bypassed, that has been rejected throughout. I can't even, I would say eons going back in your line. Okay? I mean, we're talking about a lot of generations. I go this way, but it's on your dad's side and your mom's side. Okay? So it's both sides, but this is specifically about your feminine energy. The message here being about empowerment and about owning your power. Also, calling your power back. Okay? So this might require more energetic awareness. That would lead me into energetic hygiene, about calling your energy back, purifying, clearing your energy. Some of the more maybe spiritual aspects of our being, and becoming aware of that. If you're not already, practicing energetic hygiene and energetic awareness, there is I'm hearing introduction, but the invitation to do that and to be more energetically aware. Because that is part of owning your power. That's part of calling your power back. That's part of empowering yourself. And it's a part of this whole initiatic process around power. Where have you given your power away? Where were you taught to give your power away? Where did, since that we have a whole bloodline coming through, how did you inherit those, where you might have inherited giving your power away, bypassing your power, rejecting your power, fear of owning your power, misusing your power, etc. Okay? So there's this whole initiatic process of power. Okay? And all of the different aspects that have been all of the different aspects of power that have wounded you in some way or that have caused fragmentation, right, of your consciousness in some way. Okay, so it's about calling your power back, ultimately, and owning your power. And specifically as it pertains to your feminine energy, because a lot of the feminine energy and the feminine collective, that the feminine energy on this planet has been suppressed, repressed, it's been imprisoned, you know, it's been has had its power taken away, has given away its power, you know, like I was saying. So it specifically is in regards to your feminine energy and owning your feminine power, owning your feminine energy. And there's also an aspect of this that is calling you to or inviting you to connect to the feminine ancestors in your lineage to help you, to support you, because they're there. There's eons, there's generations upon generations, girl, going back. It's like, holy cow, that's a lot. They're all here for you, present for you. So calling them in or asking them for guidance, for assistance, you know, because they're going to guide you. They are here. And they showed up the way they did and are present in the way they are in order to get that message across, basically. There's so many of them. Very interestingly enough, I see one specifically stick out besides the matriarch that came forward. One sticks out to me that almost looks like the character from Brave. And I can't remember her name, the character from Brave, but she's got like long, wavy red hair. So I don't know if you have like Irish ancestry or Scottish ancestry, because I feel like, or if you have like some of that red hair in your ancestry, but this is one of the, she's someone in your lineage that is kind of stepping forward and also making herself known that I see, but she's got long flowing red hair. As she's almost has like the spirit of a Viking, very much in her power and feminine. She actually reminds me of the goddess Brigitte. Okay, so either connect to the goddess Brigitte or Bridget, however you wanted to pronounce it. Connect to that goddess, or you can even ask this person that's in your lineage that she very much looks like Brigitte to assist you. I would even invite you to look up Brigitte if you're not aware of her, like the goddess Bridget, and read about, research about her symbolism and what she assists with, what she can help with, what she can guide you in, because it feels this person in your line feels very, very connected to that goddess. Or for whatever reason, I'm making this connection. And so there's that invitation as well. Okay. So the big, big main message here is you're being guided, whether you know it or not, into a time, into a phase, into a cycle where you are calling your power back, where you are learning about power, about your power. Where are you giving it away? You know, how do you access it? How do you embody that? All of the different components around power, okay? So they're wanting to bring you into a greater awareness around power and embodying and owning your fucking power, okay? I'm just going to listen for a minute, another moment. And here's the thing. This is owning your power on your feminine side is not about pushing out the masculine. It's about balancing with the masculine. And that's part of the collective message too, because a lot of the feminine is tired of being oppressed and repressed for fucking millennia, that there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of rage, there's a lot of sadness that needs to be expressed. And sometimes in that sadness and anger, we want to push out the masculine. But the idea is to balance that with the masculine, not to push it out. We need the masculine energy. We just need him in his divine expression, not in his toxic, wounded expression that he expresses as the patriarchy. Okay? So this is about balancing the feminine, the masculine, the yin and the yang. Okay? Jesus. I can't get over how many showed up for you. It literally goes back so far. I can't even express it in time, in like the concept of time. It's literally going back as far as your bloodline goes back. Here on Earth, the stars is a whole nother that's a whole nother situation, but we're talking about here on Earth. Ancient times. So let me listen to see if there's anything else. I'm hearing to ask if you have, is there any specific questions around power that you have at this time? That's what I'm hearing to ask. Well, that's good, because I feel pretty alone right now. I definitely feel I gave all my power away. Okay. Yeah. If not, it does feel like there are some sound codes that want to come through. Hi, Raven. It does feel like there are some sound codes, Jess, that want to come through, if you're open to receiving those as well. Along with, if you don't have anything to ask about power, or if you have any questions about power. Man, I feel like if you did, you could just tune into this long lineage of women, because holy shit, there's so many of them. Okay, all right, all right. So, Jess says, yes, I'm open. I don't know how to get my power back. I just feel lost. This is okay. Thank you for saying that. This is why they're coming through. And I don't think I even said this in the beginning, but this is why they're coming through is because they're leading you here. They're leading you into this whole cycle of like, okay, it's time to understand more about power, how you've given it away, how you've rejected it, denied it, disowned it, are afraid to misuse it, etc. Okay? So they are here to essentially guide this whole process. So if you ever have any questions, you can maybe even do some automatic writing around this if you know how to do automatic writing, or just a simple like sit in some quietude, take some breaths, and then ask a question to this whole female collective that's here to support you. Literally, there's a whole collective there. And ask them, what do I need to know? And it's gonna be a whole process that unfolds. Okay, you don't have to know everything all at once, although that does sometimes happen. Just know that it's a process of unfoldment. It's a process of becoming more aware, and it can also, what's included in that process many times is releasing the old patterns, the old traumas, the old wounds, the old beliefs, the old densities that entrained you, indoctrinated you, and programmed you into giving your power away. Okay? So if you have any questions, tune into this collective because they're there. Ask from your heart, receive from your heart. Okay? As far as the sound codes, one moment. Go ahead and breathe. You're already breathing. Go ahead and take some deep breaths. And I just want you to feel into your body, my dear, okay? Just feel into your body. Become aware of any sensations. And if it helps you to focus, just kind of rest your awareness on your heart, okay? Just rest your awareness on your heart and then take some deep breaths. So, all right. Okay. And it might be easier to receive with your eyes closed, okay? While resting your awareness in your heart, breathe into your heart. This is, in fact, where this collective of feminine energy, of feminine ancestors resides within your field. He ihiasanata. U uihiasa. U ihasana. Ma'a ina ahawa seki ile. Ku m'aasa. Ki ia u'uasa. Shi uasa. Kiata. Ukuua. Ukuua anata. Taking a deep breath. Still resting your awareness on your heart space. Calling these benevolent ancestors into your heart space. Asking them to support you, to guide you, to assist you in your journey of empowerment so that you may rise in your own power. You may own your own power in a way that is the highest and best for you as well as for the all. Taking a deep breath. Continue to focus on that heart. Ukuye, ukuye, ukuye. Amale iaha, ama ana anaasa, uuati anata, ku mahaya, saasa, saasa, saasa. Alama uasa, uhuamata kaata, ku mahasa, aka, uele, ihiana, aku. Shianata aka, alata akasa, uasa mahahaya, uku ie hiasasha. Ti anaka uye yahanata. Mole I aha I iasaka anatu uye. So go ahead and take some deep breaths and allow that energy to circulate. And just keeping your awareness on your heart, my dear. And letting that, just allowing your awareness to like be aware of any sensations in the heart. And just be aware of how that energy is moving and circulating. In the meantime, I'm going to tune back in to see if there's any additional messages. Okay. The main message here is take your power back, is what I see very, very big in my head, is take your power back, empower yourself, and it's time. Okay? And you are being led. You are being divinely guided, so trust in that. At the same time that you trust, you also want to be actively open and receptive. Okay? In order for us, because like when a lot of times we ask for guidance, like, oh, guide me. Yet we're sometimes we can be almost blind to all of the different messages that are right in front of us. Okay, so that's what I mean by being actively receptive. You got to be able to quiet the mind. You got to be able to like really tune in and perceive it, because it's going to be there. Okay. Tune into your heart. Keep tuning back into your heart. And with that, they do send so much love. They are with you. You are not alone. They understand that you feel lost. And what I'm hearing to relay is that's actually a very advantageous place to be in, because once you lose yourself, you can actually find yourself, and in that be reborn, be resurrected. Okay? So it's actually a very advantageous position to be in, to be lost. Although I do completely understand, it's like, holy cow, I don't know where am I? What am I doing? You just feel like, but if you can understand, it's part of the journey. It's part of the process in finding yourself and redefining yourself and reclaiming yourself. Then it can be a little bit more easeful. It could be, it doesn't have to be so painful, okay? Okay, this collective has stepped out of, whew, that was a lot. This collective has stepped out of my space, my space. So if you haven't already, my dear Jess, you can open your eyes, come back to the space. Please feel free to share as much or as little as you want to. But that is your reading, my dear. And thank you for all of the things. She said that makes sense, and that was intense. My heart was pounding. Yeah, they were coming through very, very strongly through the heart. And that's why they say, that's why the message was there to connect to them through your heart space, is because they're going to be there. They're going to be there. So connect through them, connect with them through there. I'm losing my language. Whew. That was a lot. Thank you to Jess and to all of you who paid for a reading. I really appreciate y'all, and I want you to know how honored I am to be a part of your process. I love ya. Yeah, of course. Jess says, I appreciate that so much. You're welcome. May that serve you in the highest and best way on your journey. Okay. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions or, whatever. I'm always open to helping as much as I can. Or as much as feels aligned to me that, that I can. Oh, thank you, Anu. I appreciate you. Thank you. And with that, if anybody does, whether you're on the live or on the replay, if you do feel called to any of my offerings, you can find more. You can find out more about me through my website and all of the different things I offer. And until then, I'll probably take tomorrow off, and I'll probably be back Friday, depending on how the energy feels. But with that, thank you guys for hanging out. Love you guys, and infinite blessings and love and all of the things. Have a beautiful day, night, morning, wherever you are. Love you.